Hi there, I'm Leliana and welcome to Dragon Age Origins, episode 15. Okay, so yeah, we are at the party camp, and we're about to get going. I spoke to everybody I needed to last episode. I think so, anyway, yeah, Levi Dryden has already disappeared. Okay, well, let's speak to Bodan first, actually. Might as well see what we can get from him. Yeah, we've even got a nice little duck pond right there. That's sweet. Okay.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Well, if we're going to travel together, you may as well tell me something about yourself.
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there too, merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost glory? What do you mean by that? The dwarves have their own kingdom. How can they have lost glory?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
I mean, did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers, they're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure, something worth a little gold.
And you said the darkspawn control all those tags, so yeah, I mean, it's not like anyone else is going to go get them.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
And you've done very well for yourself since.
I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
These goods that you're selling now, they didn't come from the deep roads, did they?
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the darkspawn coming.
I'm not following.
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Anything's better than helping the darkspawn. And who knows what they can actually use. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
I noticed you didn't mention Sandal in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here, I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Right, blood isn't all that important to family.
That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Have you heard any rumours on the road, Badan?
I hear that Tiernan Logain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astagar. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out of Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
That doesn't sound very good. Anything else?
It's not just darkspawn in the Horde, you know that? There are people with them. Folks who are sick with the Blight, and their minds are all twisted and mad. I heard tell of a man meeting his own brother on the field, yet when he called out to him, his brother didn't even recognize him and just attacked. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
That's horrifying. Well, anything else?
There's talk that King Cailan was cheating on the Queen and she found out about it. That's why Tiernan Logain abandoned Cailan at Ostagar. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Well, okay. Anything else?
I hear from folks traveling the East Roads that there's werewolves in the Brecilian forest. Actual werewolves. They haven't been around since the days of Dane and his ilk. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Werewolves in the forest. We might have to check out the clans then. Anything else?
Some hunters who range into the Brecilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The Blight, most likely, poor sods. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Okay, anything else?
I've heard a lot of stories of bands of darkspawn roaming the countryside far north of the Kokori Wilds. They just seem to appear out of nowhere and disappear just as fast. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Oh, good to know. Let's see where's.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
All right. Hang on. Let's check out what we've got. Not you, Alistair. Sten. Okay. He does have the heavy chainmail boots, so these are definitely some that we can get rid of. Okay. And do you need to put your belt on? Because we want some money gains. Yeah. Okay. Probably get rid of the longbow, to be honest. But wait, does Sten have another? No, he doesn't have one, and he can't use a longbow because he doesn't have the dexterity. Okay, that makes sense. Let's forget Oathkeeper, at least for now. Do you need Havard's Aegis though? Is that something I can give you? No, the Grey Warden stuff is just better. Yeah, all right. Let's try again.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Let's see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay. Let's get rid of the heavy chainmail boots and Havard's Aegis. Okay. And we'll get rid of the Kunari thickened cap as well. We might as well. And the longbow. Yeah. Okay. Let's go then.
Indeed.
If we go to Redcliffe, then I'd like to take Alistair. It makes sense to go to Redcliffe first because Arleman is the one that Alistair is actually sure of. So that's the one we know that we can actually see and get into. And that follows on naturally and logically to go into the Circle Tower afterwards. And that's the way I've always done it as well. I like to leave Orzammar to last, just because of that little scene where you actually see the archdemon in the deep roads, and it's got an army and they're all mobilizing. It's kind of like the vision that you just had at first time at camp, but still, it feels like it's moving now. It's moving now. It's on its way. So when you actually reach the surface, if you did Orzammar last, it feels like that's the natural next step. So I always do Orzammar last. But this time I'm playing a Dalish. And after hearing about werewolves, possibly in the forest, attacking one of the clans, and maybe one of the clans falling to some sort of sickness, I think she'd be more inclined to go and see them first. Yeah. God, I kind of think so. I kind of think that would be what she'd do. So, well, let's bring Alistair with us. I suppose we'll just leave Sten. And that's Lothering. I mean, the Brecilian forest is the closest one anyway. Yeah. Sulcher's Pass. That's the one with the merchant, I think. I think that's where we find Shale's thing? I think so. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, the yellow backgrounded ones are the ones for the DLC. So that must be Shale's. That one will be Return to Ostagar, and that one's Soldier's Peak, obviously. Yeah, let's go to the Brecilian forest. I heard Dalish elves are in danger, so we're going to go there first. And it looks like we get there straight away. No problems on the road. Brilliant.
Andara Natishan, my friend. You have come a long way. I give you the welcome of our clan. These are curious companions you have. Might I ask the purpose of your visit?
Eneth Ara, sister. I'm here on behalf of the Grey Wardens.
The Grey Wardens? You have joined their ranks? How unusual! Excuse my surprise. I will take you to the Keeper right away.
Okay, brilliant.
I see we have a guest. And one of our own, no less.
This one is from one of our sister clans to the north, Keeper, but claims to have come on behalf of the Grey Wardens.
The Grey Wardens? How unusual that one of our own should join their ranks. How did such a thing occur?
I didn't have much choice in the matter, unfortunately, but I've made peace with it.
Oh? I find it difficult to believe. Perhaps another time you could relate your tale to me? Masirinus Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, perhaps we might introduce ourselves. I am Zathrian, Keeper and Haran of this clan. You are?
I'm Laurel, formerly of Clan Sabre, now of the Grey Wardens. It's a pleasure.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
Do not allow our troubles to burden you, though I suspect they may impact your mission. I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
Of course. Oh dear.
The clan came to the Brecilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us. And though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak, even with all our magic and healing skill. We will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
That sounds awful and everything, but damn, his Valisleen looks good. The colour just works with his eyes so well. And his robes, I guess. But still, damn. There's no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
I could see to a few non-trivial tasks in exchange for your help with the Blight.
Within the Brecilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
What do you mean by you could perhaps destroy the curse? Do you know how or not?
There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left.
Why didn't you ask for help?
From whom? The Children of the Stone? The Shemlin? Do you truly think they have time to spare for us?
Of course not. I was referring to my own clan. They would have helped before leaving. But I agree. I'll find this Witherfang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brecilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
Meseranis, I'd like to ask you a few questions first.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Leliana or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
I'd like to know a little bit more about this curse.
There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
So does that mean Witherfang is the origin of all werewolves?
No. The ones from this forest, however, do.
So if I do get bitten by a werewolf, there's a good chance I might turn into one?
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten.
Well, how do you know if you have been infected?
You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
How did a curse like this even start?
That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Okay, one more thing.
Go on then.
How do I find Witherfang? Do you have any advice?
Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Okay. Meseranis, Haran.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Okay. Dalish camp. Damn right we've unlocked a Dalish camp. Okay, there's an elf nurse there. Oh, lots and lots of unfortunates.
I'm sorry, but I must attend to our ailing fallen.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Landmark tent. Well, well, well. Let's pee on that tent. That's insane. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Athras there who has an exclamation mark above his head. Coloured inks, elf root, wooden crate. Okay, we've got Carmen over there. Linnea is over there. Okay. Well, let's get over here then. Might as well check it out. Valisleen, blood writing. Okay. When the children of our people come of age, they earn the privilege of wearing the Valisleen, the blood writing. It sets us apart from the Shemlen and from the elves who have thrown their lot in with them. It reminds us that we will never again surrender our traditions and beliefs. The ritual deserves great reverence. The one who is to gain the Valisleen must prepare by meditating on the gods and the ways of our people, and by purifying the body and the skin. When the time comes, the keeper of the clan applies the blood writing. This is done in complete silence. Cries of pain are signs of weakness. If one cannot tolerate the pain of the blood writing, they are not ready to undertake the responsibilities of an adult. The keeper may stop the ritual if they decide that the one gaining the Valisleen is not ready. There is no shame in this, for all children are different, and our ancestors once took centuries to come of age. As told by Gisharel, keeper of the Relifaring clan of the Dalish Elves. Interesting, okay. What was that? Keeper Zathrian and Witherfang, okay. Even with all our magic and skill, we only delay the inevitable. In Alathven, it is common for all the Harren to hold a private council while their respective clans are still settling in. These meetings inevitably last well into the next day and end with furious shouting, such that many say that the true reason the clans all go their separate ways is that no two Harrens can stand each other. Zathrian is nothing at all like Keeper Merithari, but this is to be expected. He's older, more severe, and his clan is facing a much more terrible enemy than the usual Shemlen that plague other clans. Yeah. Okay, Witherfang. Witherfang is, according to the Keeper Zathrian, a wolf. He is no ordinary wolf, however. He is a wolf possessed by a powerful spirit and the source of the werewolf curse that plagues the Brecilian forest. While Witherfang is hundreds of years old and very powerful in his own right, the only way to end his curse is to cut out his heart and bring it to Zathrian. Wow. Okay. That's harsh. Slay Witherfang and bring his heart to Zathrian. Zathrian told you that the curse that has befallen the elves originated in the great wolf Witherfang. If the beast is slain, Zathrian may be able to use its heart to break the curse. Okay. Well, it looks like Alistair has actually leveled up. So, what level is everybody actually? We're level 7. Oh, he's only just reached level 7. Alright. Interesting. Let's go to... No. No. Okay, let's go to here. There we go. Level up screen. And we want to give him some strength, I think. Pretty sure it's strength that he needs. Let's have a quick check forwards. Threaten, taunt. He probably does need those, to be honest. Oh, 32 strength. Okay, and 20 dexterity for shield tactics. Oh, right. Well, in that case... Where are we? We're very close, so we might as well just put those two into dexterity so that we can get that. Alright. I might go for taunt though. Maybe. Nearby foes. Yeah, let's go for taunt. Okay. Instead of talking to Athras, let's get this wooden crate first. Ooh, a scout's bow. Nice. That's not great, to be perfectly honest. Not anymore. We have way better bows than that. Okay, now let's talk to Athras.
Anathara, friend. It is good to see another of the wandering clans. Where is your clan now, if I might ask?
They began travelling north just after I left them.
I see. I am glad you have become part of such a respectful organization as the Grey Wardens, however. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brecilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
Forbidden you? Why?
We are banned from entering the forest now. I have more cause than most, but I will not disobey my keeper.
More cause than most? Why do you want to go?
I suppose there's no harm in telling a fellow elf, but surely you have greater concerns than any problem of mine, no?
Please, Lethaline, tell me.
Well, perhaps you could help me with it. I would certainly appreciate anything you could do. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Delilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her. If I could just know if Delilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
I could keep my eyes open for her, see if she's out there.
I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Lost to the curse. Okay. Athros's wife, Delilah, was infected by the werewolf disease. Zathrian says she is dead, but will not allow Athros to see her body. Athros believes that she is still alive, but has become a werewolf. He hopes you will find her when you venture out into the forest. If I remember correctly, you do find Delilah, and she is a werewolf, but then she asks you to kill her, or she kills herself or something? Something like that. So this quest doesn't have a very happy ending, I think. I don't think there's any way to keep her alive until you actually sort out Witherfang, depending on which way you go. Which is unfortunate, because that might, if we did tell her to, hold on until then, she would have been cured. So yeah, alright. Never mind. It's not a happy quest. But she couldn't hold on any longer, I think. I think that's why it was, anyway.
As you wish.
Because that quest hurts my heart. It really does. It's not very nice. Okay, so that's the way out. Mithra is the one who welcomed us, I think. So it's this way then. Well, we've got Andruil and Silas right here.
Right.
Silas the Hearthkeeper. Silas the Hearthkeeper is seen as the sister of Andruil the Huntress. While Andruil loved to run with the creatures of the wild, Silas preferred to stay by her home tree, occupying herself with gentle arts and song. It is Silas who gave us fire and taught us how to use it. It is Silas who showed us how to heal with herbs and with magic, and how to ease the passage of infants into this world. And again, it is Silas who showed us how to spin the fibres of plants into thread and rope. We owe much to Silas, and that is why we sing to her when we kindle the fires, and when we put them out. That is why we sprinkle our aravels with Silas' fragrant tree moss, and ask that she protect them and all within. As told by Gisharel, keeper of the Relifarian clan of the Dalish Elves. Okay. And this other one. Let's check out Andruil. Goddess of the Hunt. Okay. Hear me, sons and daughters of the people. I am sister of the moon, mother of hares, lady of the hunt, Andruil. Remember my teachings, remember the Vertanadal, the way of 3 trees that I have given you. This is what my craftsmaster was telling me about. Okay. Vera-san, the way of the arrow. Be swift and silent, strike true, do not waver, and let not your prey suffer. That is my way. Vir Borasan, the way of the bow. As the sapling bends, so must you. In yielding, find resilience. In pliancy, find strength. That is my way. Viridalen, the way of the wood. Receive the gifts of the hunt with mindfulness. Respect the sacrifice of my children. Know that your passing shall nourish them in turn. That is my way. Remember the ways of the hunter, and I shall be with you. From the charge of Andruil, goddess of the hunt. Cool, okay. Good for her. Alright. Yeah, we need to go and see Lanaya. Let's... Oh, and Varathorn right there. Let's check out all this stuff first. No, I want that chest. Dun. There we go. Thank you. Okay, Dalish boots. Interesting. Pile of scrolls. Let's go for that. The long walk. Okay. Morrigan's leveled up. Ah, Dirthaman. Okay. The twins, Ferelden and Dirthaman, are the eldest children of Elganan the Allfather and Mithal the Protector. The brothers were inseparable from the moment of their conception, known for their great love of each other. That is why we often speak of Ferelden in one breath and Dirtham in the next, for they cannot bear to be apart, not even in our tales. When the world was young, the gods often walked the earth, and Ferelden and Dirtham were no exception. Both were delighted by the many wonders of our earth. They played with the animals, whispered to the trees, and bathed in the lakes and streams. Their days were filled with bliss, and they did not know sorrow. And then one day, while passing through the forest, Ferelden and Dirtham came across an old and sickly deer, resting beneath a tree. "Why do you sit so still, little sister?" asked Ferelden. "Play with us," said Dirtham. "Alas," spoke the deer, "I cannot. I am old, and although I wish to go to my rest, my legs can no longer carry me." Taking pity on the deer, Ferelden gathered her up into his arms and carried her to her rest beyond the vale. Dirtham tried to follow them, but the shifting grey paths beyond the vale would not let him. Separated for the first time from Ferelden, Dirtham wandered aimlessly till he came across two ravens. "You are lost, and soon you will fade," the raven named Fear said to Dirtham. "Your brother has abandoned you. He no longer loves you," said the other, named Deceit. "I am not lost, and Ferelden has not abandoned me," replied Dirtham. He subdued the ravens and bade them carry him to Ferelden. This they did, for they had been defeated and were now bound to Dirtham's service. When Dirtham found Ferelden, he found also the deer, who once again was light on her feet, for her spirit was released from her weakened body. Both Ferelden and Dirtham rejoiced to see this. Ferelden vowed that he would remain to carry all the dead to their place beyond, just as he did the deer. And Dirtham stayed with him, for the twins cannot bear to be apart. I mean, sounds like Dirtham can't bear to be apart from Ferelden, to be honest. Ferelden didn't even care when he picked up the deer and left and didn't even notice that Dirtham wasn't there. But okay, fine. Whatever you want to say. From the story of Ferelden and Dirtham as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Relifaring clan of the Dalish elves. I'll believe that they both couldn't bear to be apart when we get the follow-up of Ferelden's quest or trial or whatever to come and find Dirtham instead. Otherwise, it kind of seems like it's all on Dirtham there. Okay, the long walk. When our people left Tevinter, we had nothing except the knowledge that for the first time in countless centuries, we were free. It was Shartan's dream that one day we would have our own homeland, where we could live as we chose. After the long struggle that claimed the lives of many, even Shartan himself, we were granted the Dales. And though the Dales were to the south of the land of Orlais and a long way off from Tevinter, it mattered little. We were going home, and so we walked. We called our journey the Long Walk, for that was what it was. We walked with what little we had on our backs. Some walked without shoes, for they had none. Whole families, women with infants, the old and young alike, all of them made their way across the land on foot. And if one of our people could no longer walk, we carried him, or sometimes left him behind. You know, as you do. Okay. Many perished along the way, some died of exhaustion, others simply gave up and fell by the wayside. A great number were set upon by human bandits, even though we had few possessions. Along the way, a growing number began to bemoan the decision to leave Tevinter. At least in Tevinter, they said, we had food and water and shelter. What do we have here? Nothing but the open sky and the prospect of the never-ending road ahead. Some turned back towards Tevinter, but most of us continued walking. And the gods rewarded those of us who did not waver by bringing us to the Dales. Our people called the new city Halam Sharal, the end of the journey, and for a time, it was home. As told by Gisharel, keeper of the Relifaring clan of the Dalish elves. Okay. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, let's chat with Dalish Apprentice.
The old crafts are a wonder. Our ancestors believed that everything should be beautiful.
Well, they had a lot of time to perfect it, didn't they? Let's check this
Right.
barrel. A Damizu. Okay. Yep, let's talk to Varathon then.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Varathorn, I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Varathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest, and Darren Atetian friend. It has been some years since I met Master Island at the last gathering. He is still hale, I hope.
He is indeed, last I saw. And still crafting wonders for our clan.
That is good to hear. Your clan is more familiar to us than most, since we do not stray far from each other in this land. I met your father, for he was once keeper of your clan. You carry many of his features. He spoke at a gathering, telling the clans that more of us need to voyage into the Shemlin world and learn their ways. He would be proud to see his daughter a Grey Warden, I think.
Master Annis, Master Varathon, that's kind of you to say.
Our people speak so little of the dead, especially those who end in tragedy. I thought you should know, regardless.
Did I hear you correctly? You're working with Ironback? You must be very advanced in the old ways, Master.
What little of the craft I've learned has been passed on to me through generations. Such is the time it has taken us to learn a fraction of what has been lost. I do not make bows as fine as Master Island's, perhaps, but might have caused more than one Shemlin to drool at the thought of possessing them. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel, but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
We'll be going into the forest. I could find some Ironback for you.
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across Ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
What kind of thing would you make from it?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
I'll definitely have a look around while we're in there, then.
That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
Of course. Now, I'd like to barter with you if we can.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Maybe. Okay. What do you have? Just Dalish longbow. Darmizan. Yeah, okay. Nothing great. Nothing spectacular. Does have Dalish armor though. Okay. I think we could probably just get rid of these Dalish boots. Yeah, and we might as well get rid of the Damizu. And the scout's bow. Okay. Oh, he has elf rope. 20% nature resistance. It's probably not all that great, especially for that price. Yeah, no. Ooh, a silver brooch. Interesting. Well, I seem to be gathering up gifts so far, so I think I'll leave that. The greater health poultice recipe is probably the best thing that we'll get, but expert herbalism I would need. Sure, you know, I might need all this stuff later, so whatever, let's buy it. Maybe I should sell these crystals. It's gonna be a while before I get shale. Nope, let's sell them. We might as well. Yep. Just get rid. Hopefully I'll be able to buy something good afterwards. After we've got her. Okay, new quest. Rare Ironback. Find Ironback for Varathon. Varathon, the clan's craftsman, is in need of Ironback. Ironback is a very rare wood, light but strong, and looks very distinctive. If you find some in the forest, bring it back to Varathon. I will. Okay, I think we'll finish checking out this camp. Yeah, there's not much left of this place to check out, so we might as well continue. At least partially. Let's talk with these people then.
I offer you greetings, Lethalon.
It's too bad you had to leave your clan. You must miss them.
I do, kid. You have no idea. Absolutely none. Let's get this death root. Okay. Huh. That must be the transition point down there. I saw it flash up when my cursor hit it. Alright. Ooh, let's get this chest.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Can you though? Yes, you can. Okay, we've got a scout's bow and a love letter. A note between wealthy paramours. Well. Correspondence interruptus. Okay, a collection of embarrassing personal communications between the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. My elf root. The herbalist suggested powdered bronto horn. I was very discreet. Your sunflower. Well. I wonder what that was for. Oh my gosh. Strange thing to have in a chest. That's the kind of thing you'd probably burn after reading, guys. Come on. Take this more seriously. If you're gonna have terrible correspondence like that, you should look after it. A lot of people to talk to. Okay, well.
Those Hala certainly are proud and beautiful. It's as though they realize how special they are.
They do. They do realize how special they are. Hala are not merely dear creatures. They're special. Okay. Is there anything around here? Anything at all? I don't think so. Can we not get over here? No. No. And we can't go into the water. Fine. Let's grab this death root. Yep. Okay. That does look pretty cool though. Sinking ruins. They always look cool. Okay, let's talk to you. Elora.
Who comes? Anethara. I was so busy attending the Hala, I did not hear you coming.
Anethara. I take it you're the clan's master herder?
I am indeed. I am Elora, and it is my place to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. In return, the Hala guide us where we need to go.
You've separated this one from the herd. Is it okay?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Ooh, okay. Is there anything I can do?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
God damn it. I don't think I actually have much by the way of survival skills. Let's try it. I don't think I have enough though. Let's try to calm the Hala.
No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me.
I could try and examine her. No.
And? What do you think?
I can't tell.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
I should go.
I will watch her for a while longer and see if her condition changes. I am grateful for your assistance, friend.
Okay, Elora's Hala. Elora, the Dalish master of the antlered Hala beast, is concerned that one of the herd has been infected with the werewolf blood curse and may die. You examined the beast, but have not discovered the problem. Greater survival skill would likely be needed to tell for certain. Yeah, okay. I definitely do not have good survival. Skills. It's a cunning skill. Okay, so I should be able to get that. Assuming that I do actually level up sometime soon. Yeah, I should be able to get another point into survival, and hopefully it'll only take those two. I don't think anyone else has better survival than me. No, it's just me with the survival. Damn. That's what you get for putting it all into coercion. You can't help the holler. Oh well. I'm sure we'll be able to get to it eventually. We'll figure it out. Let's talk with you. No, can't talk with you. Okay, let's grab this chest.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
I mean, you could, but I'd want to do this. There we go. Okay, another Damizu. Actually, we have Morrigan waiting to level up right now. What do you have? No, she doesn't have a talent. Okay. Well, in that case. Let's get some magic. And a tiny bit into willpower. Yeah. I could get some arcane bolt. She needs to do a little bit more with staff focus. I'd rather if she managed to get that all the way up. Yeah, a permanent bonus to spell power once she gets all the way up to the top, so I would love to do that. That's also a good one. Oh, damn. Well, tough. She can wait. She can get some arcane bolt. Okay. Anyone else? Let's talk with... No, we can't talk with her. Okay. Okay. We have a few people here, but we can't... we can talk to you.
I offer you greetings, Lethalon.
And that child there.
Hello. I'm not afraid of you. I'm a great Dalish warrior.
Good. So am I. And we've got Gena here.
Welcome to our clan. It is good to see more of my own people from elsewhere.
You mean you've never met another Dalish?
At the last gathering of the clans, I was too young to be permitted to mingle. I look forward to the next.
Of course. Well, what's your name?
I am Gena. It is a grand thing that you have chosen to become a Grey Warden. I wish I were as brave as you are.
You don't think you're brave?
I am but a humble daughter with no more ambition than to be a humble wife. Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, you can answer a question or two.
I am not sure what I can tell you, but I shall try.
Tell me what you know of this forest.
You would be best to speak to Laurel. He is our storyteller and knows far more of such tales.
What can you tell me about Zathrian then?
Zathrian? He has been our keeper since long before my parents' parents were born. What could you wish to know about him?
I heard something about that. How old is he exactly?
I don't know. Very old. It is said that Zathrian may be one of the first to become as our ancestors were long ago, immortal.
Right, yeah, that's what I've heard. Do you know how? Is he doing anything special? Why doesn't anyone else have this longevity?
All of us live longer than flat ears, you know that. Is your keeper not also very old? Why Zathrian differs from the others, I do not know. Perhaps he has been blessed by the creators.
That's possible. Let me ask you something else.
What is that?
Is there anywhere I should go to get equipment?
Master Verathorn should have what you need. Seek him out at the forge.
That's around us, Lethalan. I'll let you go.
Then may the creators bring you fortune.
Okay, good to know. Pretty sure Gena is the one that one of the hunters wants to marry, but he's not a good hunter or something. Oh, no, we don't want to leave. He's either not a good hunter or he's too young or something like that.
I offer you greetings, Lethalon.
Okay, let's grab this elf root.
As you wish.
We can't get up there, that's fine. Alright, so it's just these people here and Linnea. So we'll get to Linnea next time, I think. And Cameron, who also has possibly a quest for us. I'll finish talking to all these people and actually make our way into the Brecilian forest. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button. I upload 5 videos a week, so subscribe and you'll be notified when those go live. Hit the bell to update your notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.